What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to an Elden Ring video. It's been a while since I've said that. I streamed my first look at DLC, which is what we're in right now, and obviously spoilers if you haven't played the DLC. This is a guide for it, so I'm going to be talking about the game extensively. So if you don't want it spoiled or anything like that, turn this video off. It's not for you. I want to go into some mechanics in the DLC because it's a little bit different. If you are struggling with the DLC, this should help. And I'm going to then attempt to kill the boss, Rellana. And you can tell George R.R. Martin had a say on this game because we have Rellana, who I'm about to kill. We have Rennala, who is in the Academy of Raya Lucaria. We have Marika, Mikola, Melania, Mesmer. All these kind of Mick type of names. The naming conventions in this game are crazy. Anywho, let's briefly talk about the new mechanic in the game. So my character is level 175, and if you're interested, I'm currently using this great katana. I think it's really cool. The Ash of War is particularly strong. There's my level, and there is my stats. I've respec'd this character a few times, by the way, and I am on a New Game Plus run, if you are wondering. But if we talk about the Erdtree blessings here in the Shadow Realm blessings, so there's this type of blessing and there's Revered Spirit Ash blessings. The second one is more for Torrent, so it's more when you're on horseback. The first one is exclusively for you. And what these blessings allow you to do is it increases your ability to deal and negate damage. So if you have none of these, you are essentially playing the game with, for the lack of a better term, a handicap. And the more of these that you have, the ability of your character to deal and negate damage similarly to the base game will be more matched. That's my understanding of it. This may get updated. This video may become outdated in the future. But right now, the DLC and a huge part of it is exploring. They want you to explore. And as you can see here, I have a huge majority of the map explored. And what's interesting about this tree actually is it seems to be out in the water. I don't have this section and I don't have any of the grayed out sections, but I have explored all of here, all down here, and all around here. And I have basically got as many Erdtree fragments as possible because the boss that I'm about to attempt to kill is difficult. And in my opinion, probably the majority of, or should I say, the majority of average players' first kind of roadblock. You can skip this if you get stuck. And from memory, the way to do it is you have to go out and under the map. So basically, from here, you have to go under here, through here, around and up, and through and over. There's loads of YouTube videos here called the Rellana skip. Look it up if you want an in-detail kind of guide on how to skip her. Because if you want to skip her and get the Erdtree fragments that are around here, you can. So I'd heavily invest a lot of your time starting up in this game by doing that. So yeah. Going to try kill her. I am using my mimic. I'm going to use summons if possible. What I will tell you is there should be a gold summons on the floor here. For some reason, mine's gone. I don't know why. I think it's because I skipped her. But if you do summon the gold summons on the floor, the boss has more health. And it's a substantial amount. So let's attempt to try and kill her. No, that's not a good start. So what I usually try and do is just try to get her off my back. Okay, it's not going well. And obviously this inflicts bleed. This boss is really unfair. I'm not gonna lie. It's like she's just not giving me a fucking inch. And I've tried to fight this boss over and over and over again. I want her to lock onto my mimic. we go. If you get hit by that twice, you're dead. You will die. I'm gonna die if I don't heal. That is huge mesmer fire. It's basically like heavy fire. Yeah, I need a whale on her now, otherwise I'm not going to be able to kill her. Oh, get the... Oh, I might die. I might die. I might die. Oh, fuck. Literally 1 HP. I'm not even sure if that counts. To me, that epitomizes this boss fight. It did count. So... we'll take that. Not really sure what happens now. If I go into my inventory, that did count. Take the power for its namesake. Probably able to get one of her weapons. But yeah, this boss, in my opinion, is really hard. And definitely placed in here to try and slow players down and act as a roadblock in the game. So yeah, that's just a quick discussion about the mechanics. There is loads of good guides on YouTube about where to get Erdtree fragments. I would invest your time in getting them. If your character right now sucks, invest time in respecking. It's worth your while. One topic I want to touch on as well is if you flick over to the base game map, you access the DLC. I may be going on a bit of a tangent now, but I just wanted to discuss this and see if other players are feeling similar. You access the DLC by going to Mogwyn Palace and defeating Mohg, Lord of Blood. And just here by the cocoon, you can touch the withered arm. That's supposed to be Miquella's arm, according to the lore, and you get transported here. I think FromSoft have kind of dropped the ball a small bit on how the DLC is accessed, because a lot of players either just did a run through of this game and put the game down and had everything unlocked. Other people did multiple New Game Plus runs, like I've seen comments of people on New Game Plus 7, blah blah blah. I was in the middle of a New Game Plus run and I hadn't done any of this yet. So in order to do that, I had to complete this area, go up through here, get the Ductus medallions, get the rolled medallion, come through here, and then get the secret Erdtree medallions off one of the Albinorics, and the other one was off Commander Nile. In order to access this area, to get the teleporter, to go in here, to kill Mohg, to access the DLC. I think that may turn a lot of players away if they were halfway through a New Game Plus run and figured out that they had to do that. Especially players who want a challenge. They're on high New Game Plus runs, and you know, there could be a roadblock there. Like Mohg, probably on New Game Plus 3, 4, or 5 is going to be incredibly difficult, like incredibly difficult. And yeah, there's a major roadblock there. And if you update your game to the latest patch, you can no longer cheese Mohg, you can no longer do the consecrated snowfield skip. You can't do any of that stuff, so keep that in mind as well. If you haven't booted up your game or you're on an older version and you want to speed run a little bit of it, you know, that's also a factor. But yeah, I think it's kind of funny that we managed to kill Rellana with a trade, but I'll take that any day of the week, because I probably had to fight that boss about 15 times, 15 to 20 times. You can tell I'm rusty and haven't played this game in ages, but yeah, hopefully you guys found that video useful, more of a general discussion than anything. And yeah, keep an eye out for some more videos and streams.